surfaces.
Well, Justin, call me crazy, but this looks like the exact same machine we just used to strip and wax. Is that right?
Yeah, it definitely is the same machine. These rotary floor machines can be used for a variety of cleaning applications, and we're going to use it to clean this carpet out right now.
So what method of cleaning carpet is this called? What are we about to do?
We're going to encapsulate this carpet.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to do it. We're not actually going to do it right now, but
Gotcha. So is that the only way there is to clean carpet?
well, no, definitely not. There's encapsulation, there's extraction, there's bonneting, there's traditional old-fashioned, I call it, shampooing. A lot of places frown upon it, but I know it's still out there, and it's all generally used with this pad.
Okay, so when are we going to use the encapsulation method?
That would be for like this carpet right here.
Okay.
That's you don't see any visible stains on it. It just has some dirt trails and stuff. You can tell where the occupant's gone over to his or her desk, and the encapsulation is going to get that dirt up out of the carpet pretty easily.
All right, so I know you pointed at this pad. So we're just going to slap that pad on it and run it like a vacuum?
Absolutely not. If you were to do that, it would probably send you right through this door, perhaps even the wall. These things put out 1 3/4 horsepower, which doesn't sound like enough, but I've seen it throw a 350-pound guy into drywall and leave a dent because this pad was bone dry.
Okay, so how do we do it then?
Well, when you have the encapsulation cleaner in here, most of the time it's in a pump sprayer. You mix it up according to the label instructions, and you want to spray it on the carpet in small areas, but before you actually get started, you want to practically drench this pad, because as long as the pad's wet, it tends to not get stuck in the carpet and send people into walls and that sort of thing.
Okay, so we got to get the pad wet.
Yep, and another thing that I'll show you is really, really important, and the managers can do this in between jobs, just sort of as a routine maintenance thing, is if you see this nut right here over this bolt, that is actually a locking nut. Sometimes these nuts will get lost and people go down to the hardware store and just put a regular nut on there, not a locking nut, and this vibrates, this comes loose, and then what you have is a situation where this handle, you might be running it, and it's really important that when you're doing the carpet with these pads, most people have the most control when the handle's right around their belt clip, but you don't want, once you lock this into position, you don't want it to move suddenly when you aren't planning on it. And if that nut is not tight on there, this thing may come unlocked and it may do just that, and you may lose complete control of the machine.
Gotcha. Okay, so what other safety stuff do we need to know about running this machine when we're doing it on carpet?
Well, as far in getting back to that nut, I don't want to harp on it too much, but as a routine maintenance thing, you need some sort of tool to actually get that nut. It needs to be really, really tight. Okay. If that thing comes loose, you can turn this all you want, and the handle is still going to come unlocked on its own, sort of like it does right there.
Gotcha.
That's a routine thing. And then really the same things when we're stripping a floor, they apply to this machine. Don't have any nicks or cuts or anything in your cords. Make sure you've got 3 prongs on there. You can see this one was actually replaced. These with the ground plugs, it's got to have the 3 plugs on there. They're like, I don't know, maybe $3 down at the hardware store, and definitely doesn't take an electrician to swap one of these out. That's pretty much about it when it comes to carpet.
All right, well, good to know. Thanks for showing that to me. There was one more project I was hoping to see while I was here. I was hoping you could tell me.
Oh, and Halston, I don't want to cut you off, but it's really, really important that we have wet floor signs, even when we're doing carpet.
Oh, man, I'm glad you told me that. I almost forgot. So even though we're on I can't slip on the carpet, though.
You can't.
So why would you need them?
Because you may have somebody, when you're doing carpet, most of these methods are low moisture, so you don't have to shut down the area. You may have people still working while you're cleaning the carpet, and they're going to come walking through here on this wet carpet. It's going to get their shoes wet, and right out there is VCT. And if the finished VCT comes in contact with a wet shoe, then it's a really good chance for slipping. There are many more falls, as far from what I understand. That's if somebody's going to fall, it's when they're not expecting to fall. So they're walking across this carpet thinking they have good traction, take a step out there and they don't have any traction.
Man, that's great to know. Good. Well, last thing I wanted to see was a little bit of pressure washing. So could you show me a little bit about pressure washing? Maybe go outside and see that?
I'd really like to, and I do know a fair amount of that, but we happen to have a resident expert right here in this office. His name's Marco.
Awesome.
Let me go get him. Hey Marco, you in here?
Yeah.
You come out here a minute with Halston. He wants you to show him a little bit about pressure washing.
Sure, I'd love to.
Hey, Halston.
Hey, Austin, how you doing, man?
I'm good. You want to show me a little bit about pressure washing?
I'd love to. I got
All
a guy
right.
down at the stadium right now doing some.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Pro safety tip number 3. Make sure your cleaning pad is fully wet using the encapsulation solution before you put it on the rotary machine. Then, fully tighten the locking mechanism, which is located below the handlebars, before you turn it on. Also, make sure the plug is safe to use. Then, always place wet floor signs around the area, even when you're cleaning carpet.